So the NANO-DOAP project is, the name is a short for a global study of deoxygenation, ocean acidification, and productivity. So this is a network of coastal monitoring stations, each one of them managed by NANO members in their own home countries. Collecting or sampling monthly or bi-monthly essential ocean variables, at least at surface, and creating this massive information from places that usually lack coverage. The objectives of the project include not only supporting this in situ monitoring, but also support capacity development in those places and promote outreach in citizen science as well. You can find more information about it on our website. One of the initiatives within this project is the organization of this webinar series, which is in its 28th edition. So we invite usually NANO members, but not exclusively, to talk about subjects that matter to early career ocean professionals. And today we are very happy to receive our dear NANO member, former Center of Excellence scholar, Joana González. Joana is a staff scientist at the International CLIVAR Project Office in Qingdao, China. And she, as the staff scientist, she supports various panels in ocean and climate science research. She's a member of NANO, like I said. She attended the Center of Excellence at the Alfred Wegener Institute in Germany back in 2022. And during her academic career, she studied surface circulation using surface drifters in the Gulf of Mexico. And she's very passionate about ocean science outreach through digital media. Joana has her very popular Instagram account, and I'm very happy to have her here today. So before we move to Joana, I just want to remind everyone that this webinar is being recorded. It will be later posted in POGO's YouTube channel. And you can have access to this searching on YouTube or scanning the QR code here on the screen. So Joana will be talking for about 30-40 minutes, and then we will move to questions from the audience.
Okay, thank you, Lika, for the introduction, and thanks everyone for joining this webinar, this opportunity to talk about CLIVAR. And thank you, Nano, for the opportunity to introduce the project. I'm going to start talking about the office. I am a staff scientist for the International CLIVAR Project Office, which is hosted by the Ocean University of China. We are based in Shandong province in the north part of China. And we are based at the floor number 6 of this marine technology building in Laoshan campus. As you can see in the image, we are surrounded by a very nice landscape in nature. And the office is relatively small. We are only 4. We are the director of the project office. We are 2 staff scientists, and we have 1 admin assistant. So we are in charge of providing support, the administrative support for the CLIVAR project. And now I'm going to start talking about the CLIVAR project itself. And I need to talk about the WCRP family. WCRP stands for the World Climate Research Program. This is co-sponsored by 3 international organizations. It is the International Science Council, the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, and the World Meteorological Organization. And this was established long time ago in 1980. And one of the most famous or most successful projects of the WCRP, it started with the Tropical Ocean and Global Atmosphere, TOGA, in 1985 to 1994, and the World Ocean Circulation Experiment from 1990 to 2002 was it. And it has been adding other core projects to the family. And one of the most significant legacy of this project has been the coupled model intercomparison project, CMIP, phases, and now it's the number 6, if I'm not wrong. And okay. In this slide, you can check the organizational structure of WCRP. In this image, in the right side at the top, you can see that WCRP, it's like we say that is a multiverse because we are 6 different core projects focused on different components of the Earth system. So the organizational structure is, of course, based first the administrative support by the WCRP Secretariat, and then we have the administrative support in the international offices for each core project. We have projects focused in the different components of the Earth systems, the climate systems, such as the atmospheric processes, the cryosphere, and the ocean and climate. We have one project focused on the Earth system modeling and observations. We have the component of the global energy and the water exchanges, and we have the regional information for society. So all these 6 core projects are like brothers and sisters of CLIVAR, which stands for Climate and Ocean Variability, Predictability, and Change. And it was established in 1994. This year marks the anniversary of CLIVAR, the 30th anniversary of CLIVAR. And it is the core project focused on the ocean and the climate. So for the one that is the first time like listening about CLIVAR, I can say it in general words that CLIVAR is an international network of volunteer scientists with different expertise. So the expertise of these scientists are it's in oceanography, atmospheric sciences, climate dynamics, to discuss and analyze the current challenges in ocean and climate science. And they all, of course, contribute to achieve the main goals of CLIVAR. The main objective of CLIVAR is to facilitate observations, analysis, predictions, and projections of this variability and change in the climate system, but focus on the ocean and atmosphere interactions. Some of the main legacy, like the main output or outcomes of CLIVAR has been the implementation and development of some observing networks in all the different ocean basins, and the development of ocean climate models and reanalysis. And here you can see the organization of CLIVAR. As I mentioned, the ICPO, International CLIVAR Project Office, provides the administrative support to this international network, and it is guided by one group, the scientific steering group, which provides the guidance for the CLIVAR activities, and of course it's focused in the achievement of the WCRP objectives. CLIVAR is organized or divided in 2 main components. In the left side of the screen, we have the core panels, which is kind of a permanent component of CLIVAR, divided in 9 panels. We have 4 global panels, and we have 5 regional panels covering all the ocean basins. And in the right side of the screen, we have the temporary component of CLIVAR, which is, we call it research foci. And it is groups that are addressing some urgent and actionable research challenges in a period of 3 to 5 years. And the current research foci in CLIVAR are focused on tropical basin interaction. And we have a second one focused on marine headwaters in the global ocean. So if you are interested in learning more about all of the panels, we have all the information in our CLIVAR website. You have this menu when you can display the information about the global and the regional panels. We have also the information about the research foci. We have one web page for each panel and research foci, and you can learn more about it. Then I would like to talk about like who are the CLIVAR members. So every year we launch an open call for scientists interested in joining the CLIVAR membership of the CLIVAR family. And this year, the open call is receiving application until October 3. So each member is entitled to serve the panel for a period of 3 years, and it can be renewed up to 5 years. The members of CLIVARs are individuals that are willing to collaborate internationally and to contribute to CLIVAR goals, um, like participating in virtual meetings and in-person meetings, organizing international events such as conference, workshops, and sessions at international conference. Also, they contribute writing review papers, and a very important component in this membership is that the individuals or CLIVAR members need to be committed to capacity building and creating and offering opportunities for early careers and students. So this was a part of the permanent site of CLIVAR, the membership of the panels. But we also have a different kind of a membership, which is the research foci. These research foci are groups that we select through an open process, and we receive group proposals addressing some urgent and feasible research challenges. And these groups are limited to 3 to 5 years. The last open call that we had closed in June 15 this year, and the next one probably will be open in 2027. So you can check our website for more updates. I would like to show you some of the relevant outcomes of our research focus groups. The marine heat waves in the global ocean group has been very active since it started. It is co-chaired by Antonita Capotondi and Regina Rodriguez. They collaborate within WCRP, within CLIVAR, and other external community. They are composed of 70 scientists, scientists from different continents. And one of the most amazing outcome of this group was a review paper published at the beginning of this year, offering a global overview of marine heat waves in a changing climate. And also they organized a summer schools in Trieste, Italy, along with the ICPO, with great opportunities for students and early careers. Also, this group launched a webinar series this year. So if you can scan the QR here in the slide, you can sign up in the mailing list and you will receive all the information for the upcoming sessions. And some reminders, the next one will be next week on August 25. So you can also have this information in our social media and website. All invited. So this is a screenshot of the review paper that they published early this year. And all the members of this research focus participated in this review paper. Also, the second group, the research focus group on tropical basin interaction, it has been very, very active, and they have produced very impactful outcomes, such as they are working on manuscripts now and preprints, and they have 4 different working groups separated into coordinated experiments, observations, pilot proxies, and the development of models and statistical approaches. And the upcoming work for this research focus is that they are planning to publish a public database on this tropical basin interaction um, model outputs. So I have been talking about the ways and activities that CLIVAR members are involved, such as the permanent 9 panels and the temporary research focus groups. But there's also some other ways to contribute to CLIVAR, not necessarily being a CLIVAR member. We have something that we call the working groups and fasting. So, for example, we have the monsoon panel, which is a global panel. But of course, the topic on monsoon is very, very wide. And although we have officially 14 members of these joint CLIVAR and GWEX monsoons panels, they have created 3 different working groups and separated in regions. We have the Asian Australian monsoons, the American monsoons, and the African monsoons. And in each working group, there are around 12 to 14 scientists contributing to this group. So at the end, it's around 50 scientists volunteering for this panel within the CLIVAR community. Also, other panels, such as the Atlantic region panel, they have a working group focused on the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation. And the SORP, the Southern Ocean Region panel, they have a task team focused on the evaluation of the freshwater input from Antarctica. Also, the climate dynamics panels, they have a working group called the tropics, and they are focusing in resolving the issue of this discrepancy between the model and the observations to resolve this tropical Pacific sea surface temperature trend pattern. The PRP, Pacific Region Panel Working Group, they have one that is named Pacific Atmospheric Teleconnections in a Warming Climate, and they are working in the understanding of potential changes in this warming future, of course in the Pacific region. Also within the Pacific region panel, they are leading some efforts to fill out these observational gaps in the Western tropical Pacific. We have compiled all the moorings and the sources of observations in the Western tropical Pacific. And another working group, they are working on identifying all the research questions and the observing and modeling needs for understanding the ocean biogeochemical cycles in this region, the Western, along the Pacific. In the Ocean Model Development Panel, they also have great contributions to international oceanography or climate community, because they most of the members, or like a lot of CLIVAR members, they are involved in the development of this ocean model intercomparison project. So they aim to create and maintain the next generation of atmospheric forcing datasets based on ERA 5 or ERA 6, and for the use of in this OMIP. And recently, this panel, the Ocean Model Development Panel, has established together with another WCRP core project, which is the RIPS, or the Regional Information for Society, and Cordex. This task team focus on the regional ocean climate projections, and they aim to develop these coordinated regional ocean climate projections. So you can see the membership. It includes a lot of scientists from different countries and different institutions. And some of them, they are CLIVAR members. Some of them, they are CORDEX members. It's part of another WCRP core project. So I have been talking about all the actions and activities and ways to contribute within the CLIVAR community. No matter if you are a CLIVAR member or if you are in touch with a CLIVAR group or a CLIVAR member, contributing within either task teams or working groups to achieve these ocean and climate challenges or goals within the World Climate Research Program. But why all the work made within CLIVAR or collaboration within CLIVAR matters to us within the ocean and climate science community? I have all the activities and the information that I have mentioned till now. It clicks in your mind. There is some actions that boil some bottom-up decisions or bottom-up actions, because the activities or the outcomes or whatever the individuals are producing as CLIVAR members or part of the community, this is the input for the institutions, and the institutions provide the relevant information for the government. Then the governments are being asked to provide this information, the science background for the international organizations, such as the International Science Council or the WMO, the World Meteorological Organization. And then all the work and activities that is a product of the volunteer job or the volunteer time of our members is being processed, and at the end is used to make the higher decisions. So one example of this, one present example, is the collaboration of the CLIVAR community with the Global Ocean Observing System and United Nations. So they are co-designing some ocean observing system in all the different basins and for different topics. So they are interested in to design some observing system to measure marine heat waves, the boundary currents, the ocean carbon system, and the tropical cyclone. And then this international organization, this international projects have been approached to the CLIVAR community, and CLIVAR members are being involved into this co-design project. And this is one of the most recent examples of how the work within CLIVAR is helping us to shape the future of the ocean observing system. Also, CLIVAR members, they usually get together and organize activities for a wider community. Now we have this call that it will close in December this year. The organizers, all of them are CLIVAR members from different panels, and includes the project office director. So this special collection on ENSO, this is also a nice outcome of the collaboration of the CLIVAR members within the external or wider community. We are also developing these webinars for the general community in ocean and in climate science. We have now around 4 webinars, one for the Southern Ocean region, 2 for the research foci groups, marine heat waves, and tropical basin interaction. And we will launch soon another webinar related to the ocean model development panel. So These webinars are being recorded and they are stored in our YouTube channel. If you are interested, you can scan the codes, which is posted also on our website and in our communication channels. CLIVAR members and CLIVAR panels, they also convene or organize international workshops and training in schools, along with panel meetings. And they usually try to organize some activities to provide opportunities for students and early careers. As a winter school, joined with a symposium in Hawaii. And last year, CLIVAR with the first institute of oceanography in China, they organized a summer school on biogeochemical processes in Qingdao, China. So more than 40 participants from 22 countries attended, and of course there were plenty students and early careers that were supported to attend this workshop, this summer school. And these are opportunities that we are also posting on our website. I would like to mention that this year we are organizing a international meeting in Bali in Indonesia in September. This meeting, CLIVAR organizes it every 10 years, and it aims to analyze and discuss about the current challenges in ocean and climate science. So we are inviting not only the CLIVAR members, but a wider community, such as partners and potential new or future CLIVAR members, to combine a lot of ideas and thoughts about our current challenges in oceanography and atmospheric sciences. And this is every 10 years, and we are aiming to write and to contribute to the next science plans for CLIVAR for the next 10 years. So lastly, I would like to invite you, if you would like to learn more about CLIVAR activities, about the CLIVAR community, and ways on how to involve and opportunities such as workshops or training in schools, etc. You can, of course, visit our website, www.clivar.org, where you will find, of course, a webpage for each panel. You will find our event calendars, so you can track our events. We post some news, and also we have sections for publications. CLIVAR has these CLIVAR exchanges. It is our own journal that you can also find in our website in PDF, and of course for free. And this is the journal where the CLIVAR community publish and shows their activities, the reports, their works, etc. So I invite you to check out this one. We are now waiting for the publication of the number 84 edition. So you have a lot of previous editions to check and learn about CLIVAR and previous projects and current projects. Also, if you would like to stay updated and informed about the current activities and opportunities within CLIVAR, we have the Monday Bulletin. So you can also find the previous editions in our website in the Monday Bulletin window. And this is the link. So if you want to stay updated about our activities, you can sign up. We will send you the bulletin each month. And of course, I would like to invite you to join us in not every, but most of the social media. And we have this YouTube channel where you will find the previous editions of the webinars. And of course, you will stay tuned about all the recent publications of the members and highlights, invitations for workshops, call for papers, call for abstracts in conference and sessions organized by CLIVAR members, etc. So that's it from my end. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to answer some questions that you may have.
Thank you, Joanna. Very good. Seems like a massive job you have in your hands. Do you have an idea how many members CLIVAR has currently?
Actually, yes, we are the biggest core project within WCRP. We have more than 200 members.
Yeah, how many countries?
I'm not sure about how many countries, but it's a lot more. It's a lot.
Well, definitely all continents for what we could
Yes.
saw on your presentation. Um, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. Um, you can type it in the chat and I can read it for you, or you can raise your hand and we call your name so you can ask yourself. Don't be shy.
We don't bite. And
So while people are thinking on their questions, so if the different ways of getting engaged to CLIVAR are following and stay tuned on the activities, or actually join as a member, which is directly, so you have to join one of the panels to become a member of CLIVAR. Is that correct?
yes, to become an official CLIVAR member, you need to pass through this selection process, which we have each year. So you apply through our website, you send your application, then the panel will select the best candidates, then they will offer you the membership, and then you will serve the panel for 3 to 5 years. Then you become a CLIVAR member officially, but there's like other ways to contribute within CLIVAR, which is like through the working groups or task teams. You don't need to be necessarily a CLIVAR member officially. You don't need to go through this open call, this selection process. You can just approach the members, and then if your expertise fits in one of the topics that need to be addressed by these working groups or task teams, then you can ask them to contribute within these groups.
Okay, I have one more question, and then I'm gonna let others ask their question. What are the commitments once you join a panel? And I mean, so I assume that the applicants will be at different stages of their careers. So let's assume I have the feeling, usually most of our audience are composed by early career professionals. So if I'm an early career, a PhD student, an early postdoc student, and I'm very interested to join, what would be my commitments in terms of time or engagement?
Yes, so usually for a long time, CLIVAR members are senior scientists. Senior scientists with like a well-established career and a lot of expertise, because as I mentioned, these CLIVAR panels are being asked to provide information for the international organizations. But nowadays, we are open, of course, to be inclusive with the early careers. So in general, yes, you need to have at least a PhD, and um, in some panels, I mean, most of the panels are encouraged to have a well representation of early careers. Since the last year, at least 1 or 2 members are early careers in each panel, and we are looking to train more early careers for the next years. So this is a way that you can start being involved. The other thing that we expect from our members, of course, is that they are active. You need to not so much time, but you need to commit to participate in virtual meetings. This depends on the panels, but most of the panels they meet maybe 3 to 4 times per year. This is 1 or 2 hours meeting, and then
Okay.
every 18 to 24 months they are expected to meet in person to discuss um, the challenges and the topics.
Yeah.
So yes, you are committed to volunteer your time, and then you have the willingness to be active and organize and propose, etc. So this is the commitment being a CLIVAR member.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. I think it's very valid and useful to get engaged in organizations like this. And you imagine you being in a panel with the top scientists on your field. You must learn a lot, right? So
Yes.
yes, thank you, Joanna. Ozas, I'm sorry, you wanted to say anything else, Joanna?
Just adding that now for early careers, we are very active and we are very motivated. So we are the ones that we have more time and maybe motivation to create, design, convene. So actually,
Mm,
the panels are like getting a lot of benefits of these early careers members. So yeah, we encourage them to apply.
okay, great. Ozas, feel free.
Yeah, good day,
Hello.
everybody.
Hello.
Thank you, Julieta, for that wonderful presentation. You have a lot on the table. Part of my questions have been asked by Lillian. Now, in all of these, what is the inclusion of African countries, especially Nigeria, and also the financial commitments to being
Okay.
Okay,
involved?
so
So just to complement, we have a question in the chat by Koso, asking if you have research programs in West Africa. So I think this is a complementary question. You can answer both at the same time. Thank you,
okay.
Osas.
Yes. So Clever, Clever, of course, is an international network, and we are aiming to cover the whole world, of course. And we are trying to include, of course, developing countries. We have members from Bangladesh, Nigeria, and Cameroon, other countries in Africa, Southeast Asia. There's no a financial commitment itself to be part of CLIVAR. CLIVAR is not a funding agency itself, but when you are a CLIVAR member and then you are organizing events for CLIVAR to contribute to achieve the goals of WCRP and CLIVAR, etc., then it can be you can get a small sponsorship for your event, for international events. This can be to provide support for travel if you are representing CLIVAR in an international event, or a view within your panel, or you are a collaboration with other panels organizing workshops or summer schools. Then you can get a small amount. It's not as too big, but then you can have some support, like financial support, to develop these activities. And yes, every year in each open call, we encourage all the panels to invite and nominate members from developing countries. For instance, of course, most of the Africans members, not members, but people involved in Clever community, are from the monsoons panels because they have a specific working group for African monsoons.
Mm,
So yes, there are some ways for African members to get involved, and for the global south, of course, it's difficult to attend international meetings, international conference. So when there's opportunity, there's some budget for each panel that can support this travel for these members.
Okay, so the answer to Koso, basically, yes, you have a monsoon African research focus, right? A research focus. Thank you. And then we have a question from Omar Gunaid, asking if it's there a panel that it's perfect for Yemeni or people from Yemen to join. Is there anything specifically for Middle East? I think most of the teams are global, right? The ones that you presented.
Yes, I mean, we have 4 that are globals, 1 for observation or pre-analysis, 1 for modeling, the monsoon, and the climate dynamics. So these assets are from everywhere, but it must depend on your expertise. So it wouldn't depend on your country itself. It will depend on your expertise, like what you can bring to the table, what you can sum up to CLIVAR objectives. So more than being like a representing a region, which is also encouraged within the panels, it is more related to your expertise. So if your expertise fit in within the current challenges of each panel, then you are fit for this panel. And it is changing, right? Because the membership is also not permanent, it is also evolving. So sometimes you will have people, modelers, and then we will need observational profiles, etc. So it will depend. You can check the members also in our web pages for each panel. So you can check who is in each panel, and then you can search their expertise. And then if you consider yourself like a fit for that panel, then you can write it in the application, so to to support your application.
Okay, so basically it's more about your expertise than where you're coming from, right? Thanks.
Yes.
So next question is from Badr Hadija, and I'm very sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. How does CLIVAR integrate new tools like artificial intelligence, machine learning into its climate and ocean research?
AI?
Yes, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning into their research.
Yes. So that's very interesting question, because this is, of course, as I mentioned, CLIVAR, it's like putting together all the challenges and future topics for ocean and climate, right? So I mentioned as well, we will have an event in Bali this year, this symposium. We will have a section, we will have a session especially for artificial intelligence, because this is also a concern nowadays within the community. So we don't have yet like a specific panel or research foci in this yet, maybe in the future. But within each panel, of course, it can apply, because all the regions, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, etc., and also the ocean development, ocean model development panel, the climate dynamics panels, they can use this tool to achieve their goals. So it's something that it has been discussed recently within CLIVAR, and for sure we will have some more official and well-established groups in the future, because it will be discussed in this Pan-CLIVAR meeting. But in every panel, in every region, this applies. And I will encourage you to approach to, maybe you are from the Atlantic region, right? So you can approach to the co-chairs or one of the members and ask them how your expertise in this AI can fit, or how you can contribute within a working group or task team.
Great, thank you. I'm sure there's several panels that will benefit from these tools.
I think most of them.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
involve modeling or some forecasts or predictions, right? So dealing
Yes.
with big
True.
data. I'm gonna give the microphone to Hamun Cheng, and then I will follow with a few more questions in the chat. So Hamun Cheng Hapolaki, please turn on your mic and ask your question to
Hi,
Joanna.
good day, good evening.
Hello.
My question is, what do you consider as an early career? Is it, I know there are different criteria. Some will say 10 years post your PhD. What are the criteria there? And then the second part is, when one is interested in applying, what are the other requirements that you take into consideration? Is it the number of publications and such? If you could just elaborate on that, all that information will be provided on the call for applications. Thank
Excellent
you.
questions. Thank you. So what's the definition of an early career for CLIVAR? I like this question because Ramon is correct. It has different definitions depending on the organization.
Yes, so recently we have discussed this because I think before we consider 7 years after your last degree, but nowadays, like recently, we are just changing to 10 years after your last degree, your highest degree. So this is kind of flexible because it also counts maybe some maternity leaves or other situations, personal situations. But in general, we can say it's 10 years from your highest degree.
Yeah. And what about the requirements to apply to join a panel?
It is related to your expertise. So everyone can apply as long as you have your expertise. So if you can check the application form on our website, there are some like 3 questions that we ask you, like how your expertise is related to CLIVAR goals, how you can contribute to achieve our goals, what you bring to the table, like what is your expertise and what are your achievements, and of course somehow so before it was okay, you are well known in your field, that you are an active and you have like important publications. But for early careers, it is important that you are an active scientist, for instance, that you have this willingness to volunteer for organizing workshops, sessions at conference. You give webinars or communicate science. So all of these that early careers can start doing now, and it not depends on like many years of work. It is took into account because each panel needs that, right? Sometimes, yes, we have a lot of senior scientists and well-known that they will provide all the relevant expertise, but we will also need to organize workshops, meetings, and sometimes, most of the times, the senior scientists, they don't have so much time to do that. So the early careers has have this time, right, and motivation to be active and collaborate within other networks, etc. So this for us, or for the early careers, it's the most important to um, show in your application that you are active, and then that you are involved in different maybe volunteering activities.
Yeah. Looking for ways to expand your knowledge and
Yes.
networking besides academia, right? Thank
Yes, exactly.
you. So next question is from Tatiana Zapata. How can I participate of CLIVAR activities as an early career without a PhD?
There are so many ways to involve in CLIVAR. I will say that the panels can benefit from your interest and motivation if you offer to help them with something, goals and actions to do. And sometimes, as I mentioned, the members don't have enough time, maybe to publish a short article about the new publication. If you are an early career and doing your PhD, or you have a master's, or you are a bachelor's degree, whatever, if you are interested and motivated in doing this, then you can start being involved with the senior scientists. You just need to approach to them. You need to send an email to the members telling them, hey, this is my expertise and I am interested in this topic, in this panel. How can I contribute to the panel with not being a member officially, but if they are planning workshops or training schools, and then you can volunteer to help them with the organization. This is one of the ways. Also, the webinars, you can also help them to maybe compile a list of potential speakers, or some of them panels, they don't have webinars yet, so you can offer them this, like, to organize these webinars for them, or organize some blogs. In the future, we will launch a CLIVAR blog, so we will need maybe editing some articles, or these kind of things that you can volunteer. So this is how you can start being involved and being known by the community in CLIVAR.
And all of this, so if I'm interested in, let's say, volunteer to help host a webinar, or I should approach the members of the panels, or should I write an email to the ICPO office, to your office, and say, hey, here is my CV, I'm very interested.
Well, there's well, you can also contact us directly, and yes, you can send us your CV, and then we can try to approach to the partners and ask them if they are interested in somehow give you some tasks, and maybe you can give a presentation in one of their meetings. It depends on you. If you know, maybe you already know someone that is a CLIVAR member, then you can start from there. If you don't know anyone and you want our help, then you can reach to us through our email. You can also do that.
Great. One more question in the chat from Rizky Ayufariha. Thank you for your very interesting presentation. I'm an early career scientist from Indonesia, and this webinar is actually my first international event. Thank you. I feel special now. Could you advise me on which CLIVAR program would be most suitable for someone at my stage to begin with? I think this was kind of already answered, right? That the panels are more, it depends on your research interests rather than your status or career
Yes,
level.
because we're accepting like early stage, so it will depend on your and in your your background, how you can what you can offer to CLIVAR. So you can work on that, like in your application. How will you contribute to CLIVAR, which no one else can do it? Like only you can add that to the table. So like regardless your stage. But we don't have another program. We are organized just by panels and research foci. And time to time, we offer workshops and training schools. So maybe you can start applying to one of these events, but we don't have it so often, maybe 1 or 2 per year, but you can start there.
Okay, so I'm gonna finalize because it's already 3 p.m. here for me or 2 p.m. UTC. It's probably late at night for you, right? But before I am assuming again that most of our audience here is from early careers, all of them clearly very much interested in the training opportunities and workshops from CLIVAR. So if I'm looking forward for the future, CLIVAR summer school or something, where should be the first place I should look for this? At the website, on the bulletin? If I sign up the mailing list, will I get notification on my email when applications are, the period for applications is open?
Yes, so the first thing is our website. Everything is posted first there. And then our social media for like instant posts. And then you can also sign up for our monthly bulletin. If you sign up there, then you will be in our mailing list, and then we will email you relevant opportunities such as open calls for workshops or training schools or everything. So if you are not signed up yet in our mailing list for the monthly bulletin, I suggest you to subscribe to our CLIVAR mailing list. You will receive all the information there.
Great. One more now a request for you, Joanna. You know, and everybody that is a NANO member knows, we keep on our website an opportunities page where we post on daily basis opportunities like jobs and events and trainings and workshops and call for special issues, etc. So whenever you have a new CLIVAR initiative that will interest early careers, please forward it to us and we post on the NANO website as well and help to promote.
Yeah, sure, definitely. That's a good
All right.
place.
So perfect timing. Joanna, thank you so much for being up until late and giving us this great talk. I am very happy to know more about CLIVAR. I knew it was important. I wasn't aware how important it is and how big it is. Thank you for everybody that joined us. We have an incredible audience today, very international, I assume. And I wish everybody an excellent weekend and have a good day or evening wherever you are.